We got Sixers Celtics game 7, and I am giving you bets to hammer for this game. Giving you my 2 favorite bets for Sixers Celtics game 7. Just a ridiculous series. It's gone back and forth. Celtics went up 2-1, Sixers went up 3-2. Couldn't close it out at home, and here we have it, game 7. You're going to be watching it, so I'm giving you bets to lock in for it. Bet number 1. This is going to be chalk if you know me. Under, we're going to take the total points to go under 201.5. This is at minus 110 odds at FoxBet. Now, the total, this number has gotten nuked as the days have gone on. I think I got it when it first opened up at like 203 or 203.5, something like that. Now, it's, like I said, been nuked down to where it is, but there's still value even at 201.5. First things first, this is positive expected value, right? That's the most important thing. FoxBet is the only sportsbook that prices this total at 201.5. Other sportsbooks have it from 201 all the way down to 200. Like, there is a sharp offshore sportsbook that has this priced at 200, which is a pretty big deal for a mainline market and one that's as low as this. So every point, every half point is really meaningful. Now, for those of you that have been following me on my YouTube channel, I did a preview for Game 7 of the Warriors and Kings last series, and I took the under in that one. I spout out a ton of numbers about how Game 7s historically trend under. All that stuff still holds true for this game as well. Now, obviously, this total is down to 201. That total was at like 227. So I'm not saying that like no matter what the number is, you should bet the under, but it is a good number at 201.5. I probably wouldn't touch it below that number, but it makes sense when you think about it, right? Like why game 7s, trend towards lower scoring. Defense is a little bit harder. They play a little bit harder defense. The pace is a little bit slower, mostly because the starters are going to be playing heavier minutes, right? The rotations get incredibly crisp in game 7s. So the players that are playing are probably more tired and they probably bring up the ball not as fast. And then lastly, you hear players talk about this all the time. Players are just tight, right? Like jump shots just don't fall as often in game 7s as they do in other games, right? Shooting percentages are down, possessions are down, just total shot attempts, all that stuff is down in game 7. Now, yes, this total does reflect it being priced at 201.5. But as I've mentioned a couple times now, there is some value there. So that's what we're going with. The first play here, the total to go under 201.5, that is at minus 110 odds at FoxBet. Now, the next play that I have is going to be a player prop, and we are taking Marcus Smart to go over 14.5 points. That is at minus 113 odds at FanDuel. Now, this goes against a couple betting strategies that I like to do. Number one, for game 7s, I try to target an under. That's what I did in the Warriors Kings one. That one hit, no big deal. I also try to bet against trends as often as I can, but I'm not doing that in this one as well. But I do like it, so let's chat about it. Number one, Marcus Smart. He has scored over this total in 4 of 6 games so far in the series. In the one game that he missed, he hit exactly 14, and he played fewer minutes than normal because at the end of the game, the Celtics, the coaching staff, just took their starters out, right? They put in the bench at the end of game 5. Game 6, Marcus Smart was huge for them, scored 22 points. He scored 20 plus points in 2 of the last 3 games. Now, I'm not a Marcus Smart guy by any means. People who know me know that I'm not a Marcus Smart guy, but I really do like this bet. And here is where we get down to it. Here's why. Number one, whether it is a detriment to his team or not, Marcus Smart will shoot. He has given himself the ultimate green light. Let's not forget, at the end of game 4, the Celtics had, at the end of regulation, at the end of OT, they had 2 last-second shots, right? 1 each. Marcus Smart took both. Now, the play wasn't drawn up to him, just how it happened, but he is not shy to shoot. If you look at the past 4 games this series, his 3-point attempts alone, 9, 10, 5, and 8. It's got the ultimate green light. Point number 2. We all know Marcus Smart is a flopper. If there's anybody who is going to ruin a game 7 by flopping around and having the refs fall for it, it's probably Marcus Smart. Now, it could also be Joel Embiid, so obviously that goes both ways. I'm not saying he's the only flopper in this game, but he is one. And because of that, he has a high percentage chance of attempting a decent amount of free throws. He did have 10 free throw attempts 2 games ago. And in the game before that, he went 5 for 5 from the line. So despite not being a great three-point shooter, he is pretty good from the line. And then lastly, we just know he's going to play a lot. And that's really all that we can hope for. Like when I was targeting an under in the Kings Warriors, I targeted Jordan Poole's under because I didn't think he was going to play a lot. In this case, Marcus Smart is going to play. He played 40 plus minutes in game 4. He played 40 plus minutes in game 6. The only game in between then when he didn't was, again, when the Celtics took out their starters to end the game because the game was already over. So he's going to play a lot. He's going to shoot a lot. I can't tell you whether he's going to be hot. I can tell you Marcus Smart thinks that he will be. But he's been huge for the Celtics this whole series. I love dogging the guy, but I have to give him credit. He has been huge. So let's have him have another good game in game 7. And that's going to be it. So 2 bets for you guys to lock in. The total going under 201.5. Marcus Smart going over 14.5 points. And that's it. So thank you guys for watching. Remember to like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And have a good one. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Below are all of my different social medias where I post picks and plays daily. Make sure to hit me up there. Also, make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel as I'm constantly putting out new videos to learn how to make money sports betting. And that's it. So thanks for watching and have a good one.